Allison Wheeler. I am a future executive senior sales director, which is officially the longest title in Mary Kay. But basically what that means is if I am not your personal sales director, your sales director was at one time in my unit. So Rita, Olivia, Danielle are all my personal team members and offspring directors from my wholehearted unit. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, what that means. This is being recorded, so if you get kicked off or you need to go back and watch, you can do that. We will send out the playback as well. But we are going to do some giveaways with the new products for those of you that are on live tonight. So thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. If you haven't noticed yet, I am in my bathroom. We sold our house a couple years ago. We moved into a rental house and actually had a baby 5 months ago. And so my office is now his bedroom. And I really don't have an official place in this house where I can go and like lock the door. So I am in my bathroom floor. So know that truly you can do this business anywhere. And my whole goal tonight is that we give you guys some hope. So I'm just going to share a little bit of an overview about, this new year. We're already in the second month of a new year. Can you believe it? It's already August. This feels like the longest year ever, but also the shortest. Would you guys agree with that? Like, I feel like time is flying by, even though we've been in such a crazy time where most of us have been home for the past 5 months. So it's just such a strange time that we're facing. But my whole goal tonight is that we just give you hope. We give you hope during this uncertain time. We give you hope from our journey that we've already walked in this business, and hope that you can do it too, and you can take it even further than we have at this point. So you're going to hear from me a little bit. We have a brand new car driver. Celeste, I see you. Beautiful. I am so excited for you. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, celebrate you. We're going to hear from her and her soon-to-be senior sales director, Rita. Danielle is going to share a little bit about virtual parties because she has been rocking it out, and I will tell you that she was very hesitant to start doing it at the beginning. So I know some of you are kind of in that place as well where you're like, I don't know if I want to dive into that. Maybe I'm just going to wait it out and kind of see what happens. And I will tell you that was exactly where Danielle was at because she loves people and she loves being face-to-face and in person with people. But she had really big goals that she had to make happen. And so she just kind of jumped in and figured it out. And so she's going to kind of share some tips with you guys tonight. And I know many of you have even asked me about that, like what's Danielle been doing or what's Rita been doing that they were able to move up and do so well right now. So you're going to hear from both of them. Olivia is at a Bible study, but we're hoping that she can get on and she is going to share with you the new products. So you're going to get a sneak peek of what is launching. We're going to talk to you about those dates. And I'm going to do a little bit of recognition. And I hope that you guys watched the Sharp Area Awards because they were absolutely incredible. But I also want you to know how incredibly proud I was as I was watching, like literally had tears in my eyes the entire time because so many of the winners and so many of the top consultants and top directors in our entire Sharp National area are from this group of women right now, are from our future Wheeler family. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. But I want you guys to know just how incredibly proud I am of you, of how amazing you are, not only at your Mary Kay business, but the people that you are, the women that you are, the leaders that you are, the moms, the wives, juggling everything that you are in this crazy time right now. I want you to know I literally sat with tears in my eyes the entire time. And I want to give a big congratulations to Rita and her Rockstar unit for being the #1 unit in unit growth in the entire Sharp National area, earning her pink Cadillac. Rita was the very first red jacket from my wholehearted unit. She joined my personal team when I was in qualification for my first car and becoming a sales director. And so literally Rita and I have done this business together for 10 years. And a lot of things we kind of figured out together. And we figured out things that worked and things that didn't. And we've done a lot of life together over these past 10 years. So she's been on my team for 10 years, but we've actually known each other since the 3rd grade. And so, Rita, it's just been so fun this past year just to see what a transformation you have made in your life with Stephen, to be on the cruise with you guys and just to see, you know, how much he loves you, but also just to see what a positive place you were at and how that has completely transformed your business. And I'm so, so excited for you because I know this is just the beginning. So we are going to hear from Rita and Celeste because as of yesterday, we got the final word that Celeste finished her car, brand new Malibu driver, and is 4 people away from becoming a sales director. All the production is done. The people are in place. Just need 4 active team members to become a sales director. And I'm going to let you guys kind of share about how this happened so fast, and kind of, you know, what that looked like or what the motivation was. And Celeste, girl, I'm just so excited for you. You have such a stellar personal team, and it makes my heart so happy to see you earn your car first and now becoming a sales director, because I will tell you that will give you such a strong unit, a strong foundation as you build upon your team now. But it also gives you more money, you guys. When you build a strong team and earn your car, it gives you more money. And I love to see women maximizing this career path and our marketing plan and really being smart about team building and selling. Because, girl, we know you can sell, right? The number 2 consultant in the entire Sharp National area. And I want you guys to know, out of the top 5 consultants in the entire Sharp National area, 3 were from our family. So Celeste was the number 2 consultant. Brandy, I meant to look back and to see where you finished in the top 5. Can somebody tell me, Danielle?
I think she was number 5.
Okay, I couldn't remember for sure. Brandy was the number 5 consultant, is currently in DIQ as well and in her final month of car qualification. So again, building such an incredibly strong team. Brandy, I'm so, so excited for you, girl. Like, I get updates from Danielle all the time and I check in to see how you're doing because I'm just so excited for you. And what is so fun is that, you guys, you know, we never know when we talk to somebody about beginning their own business with Mary Kay or joining our team, we never know if it's going to be for a season, a reason right then and there, or a lifetime. We truly never know. It's only our job to ask, right? But what is so funny, you guys, is last year, on June 30th, Danielle was coming back from a mission trip from Africa. Brandy was on that missions team. They were in the airport together. And it was like the final day of qualification to earn the Bahamas cruise. And Danielle said to Brandy, will you just help me out to earn this cruise? And she started her business not ever knowing that it would turn out this way. Am I right to say that, Brandy? But oh my gosh, you guys, I'm just so incredibly excited. So sometimes we don't know what's in it for someone when we ask or when we share, but it's also not our job to judge. And just to openly ask. Sometimes it's for a favor that we need, but sometimes it's truly because God has put that person on our heart and we can't stop thinking about them. And so, Danielle, thank you for sharing with Brandy and just being courageous enough to say, hey, will you help me? But also, Brandy, I'm so excited for you because you took this opportunity and you ran with it. You know, you didn't just say, oh, I'm doing her a favor, or just got your starter kit and let that be it. And I'm so, so excited for you. And you guys, Liz Robbins, the number 1 consultant in the entire Sharp National area. Liz and Celeste will both be, am I right, in the top 3 at seminar for sales, for consultant sales. And you guys, I mean, I have chill bumps right now, even just saying that out loud, because that is so incredible. I think Celeste had over 64,000 retail, Liz over 67,000 retail. And you guys, that was selling. That wasn't just ordering the product. That was selling. And I've always been told that when you are a top seller in this company, you will make a top director. And I truly believe a top national sales director. And everything that we do is tied to the products. And so I just want to congratulate the three of you for being at the top of the entire Sharp national area out of thousands of people, and all being recognized in the National Court of Sales, earning a diamond ring. Have y'all gotten your shipping notifications that your prizes are on the way? Not yet? Liz, yes. And I just, oh my gosh, if one of you were to be the queen or runner-up, or I mean, honestly, it could be Liz queen and Celeste runner-up. You guys could be 1 and 2, and you get that big honking diamond bumblebee. Did y'all know that? Like, for the Court of Sales, being the queen or the runner-up, you get that big bumblebee as well. So I'm just so proud of you. I cannot wait to celebrate at our virtual seminar. And you guys, the deadline to register for seminar is August 13th. So if you haven't yet signed up for the virtual seminar, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And just the amount of people that we're going to be able to celebrate. Hey, Olivia got on. Yay. It's going to be awesome. And so you guys, I cannot wait to see where you land. I'm so incredibly proud of you. But more importantly, the fact that all three of you are on target for your car and in qualification to become a sales director just talks about the strength of your team and what a strong seller you are. So I just want to congratulate each and every one of you. So I am going to do some more recognition for Danielle and Olivia as well. But just to kind of open this up, you guys, a couple of years ago, I really felt like we kind of had everything in place, and I could see it on paper that we could truly finish our national area. And it was pretty much a God thing that the Lord said, okay, well, I need to teach you some lessons first, and I need to take you down these other roads first before you take that journey. And I've just had a lot of life happen over the past few years. I mean, some of you have probably had crazier and more things happen than I have, but it seems like it was just kind of one thing after another solidly for the past 3 years. And I'm just so thankful for my Mary Kay business that I was able to have the flexibility to put the things that kind of came up first when they needed to have priority, but still be able to work my business around everything that was going on. But honestly, at times when I absolutely couldn't work, because I had built such a strong team, because I have the incredible Offspring sales directors that you are blessed to have as your leaders, and then be a part of my personal team and a really, really solid customer base of hundreds of people, my income didn't change. And so there were times, where I just wasn't able to work for whatever reason. And I'm just so thankful to have the stability in Mary Kay, the stability of our company on the corporate level, of our products, the quality of them, the 100% guarantee, knowing that our customers are loyal to us, but they're also loyal to Mary Kay as a brand and as a product. And so I've just been so thankful for that. And all of that to say, you guys, I really feel like now is the time that I can see again us finishing our national area. And what that means is that would put me in the position of national sales director, which is currently what Kristen is. So she would be our senior national sales director. We would never lose her. We would just gain her as kind of like a grandmother almost. And then to a lot of you, I'm kind of your grandmother because your sales director, came out of my unit. And so really what it looks like for us finishing our national area is having 20 sales directors by the end of 2021. And so my goal and my theme, and you're going to start seeing this as we kind of get a logo and things like that, is 20 and 21. So 20 sales directors to finish our national area by the end of 2021. And I can honestly see it coming together in such a fast time because of the momentum that you guys have created. I mean, some of you have such incredible momentum right now that I don't think anything could stop you at the rate that you're moving. And I'm so, so excited about that. And so that gets me excited about my personal business again, and to find more leaders and to build more women up to the position where they can have more influence, they can have more flexibility, they can have more income and have the choices that this position gives them. And so what the breakdown of that looks like is 10 directors have to come from my personal unit. So Rita, Olivia, Danielle, that's 3 of the 10. Those are all from my personal unit. And so 7 more have to come from me in my personal wholehearted unit. And then from those women, those 10, we have to have 10 in our second line. So Brandy, Celeste, Liz, you guys, as you debut and finish your own units, you would be a second line to me. So your director would be a senior director, and you would be my second line. So it's 10 in my first line, 10 in my second line, and 7 of those 20 in the Premier Club car level, which is the Equinox, or higher. So Premier, Premier Plus, or Cadillac. And so we already have 3 of those 7. And I know with the momentum you guys have that are on target, you could easily move up to that next Equinox level right out of the gate as a brand new sales director. And your director and I can work with you on that as well. But you guys have such incredible momentum and strength that that could be an easy transition right into that next car level without having to wait, a year or 2 years for you to requalify. So we can talk about all of that, but what I want you guys to know is that I truly believe that the Lord does not put a dream in your heart that you're not capable of fulfilling. He equips you with everything that you need to fulfill a dream that He gives you. It's just not always in our timing. Would you guys agree with that? And so, have you ever heard that a dream or a goal is not big enough if it doesn't make you want to throw up? So I'm telling you, even speaking this out loud, it makes me sick to my stomach, want to throw up. But that's also how I know that it's a God-sized goal and it's a God-sized dream that without Him, I'm not able to fulfill it. But through Him, I believe that He already has the women in place. He already has the people picked out for each and every position to fill in our future area, but also in your own personal units if it's a desire of yours to move up and become a sales director. So tonight, my whole goal is just that we give you some hope with our journeys, with our training, and that this could be something on a regular basis. If you guys will give some feedback, if you want to do it monthly or quarterly, we can do different things and kind of mix it up. But I do want you to know that every step of the way, on every step of the career path, you have my support 100%, but you also have the support of the women above you, your sales director, your recruiter. And that's what I love about this family that we have is everyone supports each other. And that's because we love you. We truly want the best for you. We want to support you where you're at, but also help you to get where we see that you can be. But also because we have a vested interest in you. The better you do, the better we do. And so we want you to succeed. We want you to become a sales director. It's more fun, you guys. These women are my absolute best friends in the world. And I know that each and every one of us would do anything for the other. And they have been my rock over the past few years. And I honestly don't know what I would have done without them in my life, not just in my business, but in my life as friends. And so I want you to know that I truly believe this is the best position in the world until you become a national sales director, I'm sure. But being a director, but honestly having other directors that you get to mentor and lead and be friends with is truly the biggest blessing in this business, hands down. And so if there's anything that I can do to support you guys, please let me know. Give me a call, send me a message, anything that I can do for you. I want you to know I'm here, and I know that your sales director is supporting you 100% as well. So Celeste, girlfriend, we want to hear from you. So Rita is going to do a little bit of introduction, but I just want to publicly just congratulate Rita and her Rockstar unit. Like I said, for 10 years, Rita has been doing this business with me. And it wasn't always easy. And there was a lot of life that happened in those past 10 years, Rita. But what I love is that you never gave up and you never even questioned if this wasn't right for you, or if maybe what you were going through was a sign that you shouldn't be, building your business or anything like that. And so I want you to know how proud I am of you and how excited I am for you to experience the fun and the joy of having an Offspring sales director in Celeste. And I was the first Offspring director from my senior director. Rita was my first, and now Celeste, you get to be the first for her. And so that's just, it's a special relationship, and we're so, so excited for you. So Rita, I'll let you kind of talk about the journey, because I remember it was right before I had the baby. You were here, I think January or February, moving your mom back here to Georgia, and we talked, and you knew without a shadow of a doubt that Celeste was going to be a sales director. But I think she had maybe one active team member. And so that was just a few months ago, you guys, going from one active to 5, basically, I think maybe in a month or two time span, right? And then now finishing with 20 people in her, 20 active people in her unit, finishing a car team, and all of that happening during a global pandemic in a very short amount of time. So Rita, if you want to kind of talk about that a little bit, and then of course, Celeste, we definitely want to hear from you, and honestly, just whatever you want to share about your journey and why you wanted to move up, become a director, earn a car. I know everyone's excited to hear from you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, and what's so exciting is August is Celeste's anniversary. So she joined Mary Kay, I guess 2 weeks from now, it'll be exactly a year. We had done some networking and stuff together. She worked at a flower shop. We had a networking meeting at 7:30 a.m. every Wednesday. So that'll tell you a little bit about her anyway, because she would drive 45 minutes to an hour in traffic at her business, at her the job she worked at as their representative. Always put together, always just such a people magnet, just loved people, very professional. And I remember something I heard a long time ago, that the best dressed person in the room always has control. Well, in that room, I was actually president at the time of this organization with the chamber. So I was always the best dressed person in the room until Celeste showed up. And she was like right there with me. So we always were kind of like the highlighters in the Sharpie box, because we were always put together, always professional, and just had a presence. And so I was naturally attracted to her anyway, in that way, because we were very similar. I could just tell, like, she had grit, she had tenacity, but she was very polished and put together. But the eyes always kind of give away other things. And so she just approached me in August, had nothing to do with networking and things like that, and was like, hey, so what's the deal with Mary Kay? Do you really make a lot of money? I'd love to kind of chat with you about that. And I said, well, what do you know about Mary Kay? She's like, oh, I did Mary Kay when I was 18. I said, girl, everybody did Mary Kay when they were 18. Did you ever do it as an actual business? And she just kind of looked at me, and that was like the beginning of this beautiful journey. She said yes. She jumped in. She understood inventory. She understood customer service, because she's worked so many jobs doing so many things. She worked for Bobbi Brown for almost 20 years doing makeup artistry. She had a lot of background training and things. I still was like taking notes when she would talk to customers and would have different products. She would try different things. And so she has been building her skills outside of Mary Kay for a long time. So that was definitely a benefit for her. But what I loved is she immediately understood about sharing the product with people in person. So even though she worked this full-time job, she had another side job. She was doing training classes at a theater, an Ovation Academy theater, also on the side. So, I mean, she was just side hustling. She also makes costumes. And I mean, there's just nothing this woman cannot do. And I love that, because that's kind of how I feel like I was when Allison and I were talking right when I became a brand new director. I was figuring things out. Allison was figuring out how to be a senior. And she said, Rita, you have to find yourself. Go look for you. And I prayed for someone that was very similar to me, but someone that was coachable, teachable, never gave up. And so I always pray over those qualities of women that I'm talking to, whether they're consultants or customers, and just asking for different qualities to be brought into my space. And those of you that know my story, a year and a half ago, got a divorce and totally changed my life. And as a single mom, I had to figure things out. I had to get out there and work this business, to provide in such a different way. But I was free to really be myself, to figure out who God wanted me to be, and to look for that in other women that also were looking for that. And so I prayed, and she was one of them. She had a lot of success in her life already, but there was this void. There was something missing where she could not excel to be who she really was inside. And I mean, this girl's a beast. She is a hustler, but she does it with such elegance and grace. Like you're like, what just happened? I love that about her. And I was just I just knew in my guts, it's like, this girl is going to go as far as she wants to go and then some. So working alongside her was so fun, because it didn't matter what idea I had or when we would coach and talk about things, there was no fear. There was just this, I understand that I have to plant seeds. I understand that I have to tell, I have to ask, I have to share, no matter what. She just loved on people, but she couldn't wait to share the products. She loved the products and making women just feel good, because she also had that desire for more for herself. And so she just planted seeds. And those of you that, Allison knows I was the queen of power starts, 30 faces every month. And I told her that, and she really took it to heart, of just planting seeds from the very beginning, starting a year ago. And I really feel like from August of last year all the way to when March hit, when, COVID hit and things shut down, she had been planting seeds, building customers, building skincare customers. And really she'd always said, I just sit at the kitchen sink and I love on them and have a fun conversation with them at the kitchen sink and, just kind of share product. And that's how she just became this master seller, because she made it fun and she just made them feel pretty. So I always loved how she was like, oh, I just had, a $1,200, afternoon. I'm like, amazing. I love it. But it's because whether she knew the product or not, she really knew that women wanted to feel important. And that's what she does. She's a giver. She's kind-hearted, but she's gritty. She's tough. And there's nothing I think that she hasn't faced and figured it out. And I'm a make it happen, figure it out kind of person too. So I feel like we really were able to connect in such a different way. So this whole year, she has really just been planting those seeds, and she would contact people out of state. When the pandemic hit, I will tell you, she kind of froze. She'll tell you, she froze a little bit in the beginning to try and kind of navigate, okay, I'm not in person with people, but then she jumped right on the pamper packets and all of those kinds of things. She was sending out stuff. She's the queen of follow-up, so much like her director is the queen of follow-up. And I love that anytime she saw me doing something, she duplicated it. And she had no fear about duplicating it. And she would come to me and say, tell me how to do this. And what does that look like? And we talked pretty much every single day. And in the end, in June, she actually practically moved in with me. And we were able to work off of each other and learn the scripts, learn when things happened. And if there was a situation, we could kind of work through the words to get around that. And so I love that she was so willing to be flexible with me. Even as strong of a personality as she was, she definitely reached up when she needed me. And that made such a difference, because it's easy when you're a strong personality to get in your head and take a lot longer to get around the mountain, but she wouldn't do that. And so I'm going to let her share a little bit more, but I mean, I'm so proud of her and just her ability to learn and to grow through things. And she will go through that emotional cycle really fast. And that is a sign of a leader. And I saw that from the very beginning. So I told you, Allie, when I saw you in February, I knew that she was just destined for great things, because it oozed out of her. It was just a part of who she already was. And she just needed to step into it, which is what she's doing right now. So I'm going to let you talk, Celeste. I could talk all day about how proud I am of you.
Thank you so much, my friend. Oh my goodness. I'm just overwhelmed with how all the things. Oh my goodness. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. So I approached Rita because she, like she said, I was very drawn to her. And there was just something. And of course, it's actually on my heart. I was actually going to be very PC about my situation, but just something is telling me to actually come out and say it. I was in a very abusive relationship, and it got to a point to where I needed out. And so I was like, I needed something else. And so that's what kind of the little voice in my head was like, go talk to Rita. Go just see what she can do. And so we talked, and there was actually several days where we'd go to Starbucks and just talk. And it was just something that was really on my heart. And I was like, I don't know, I feel very led to just being here. And one thing led to another. So I got in, I was like, this makes perfect sense. I was like, Rita did this. So I'm like, I'm going to do this because I need to do this. It's not like a if, it's a win. And so I just jumped in head first. I jumped in at a 3,500 and I just went off running. Didn't even think about it, just because it was one of those things that I knew if I didn't do this right, then I was back to square one and back trapped in my gilded cage. And so it was one of those things that I was like, it's going to take a lot. And I know it's going to take a lot, but that's okay, because I know the light at the end of all of this is going to be so amazing. So of course, fast forward a few months. And of course, every time we'd have our meeting, I'd be queen of sales every time. And I'm sure those poor girls, bless their hearts, I love them to pieces. We're probably like, God, this girl again, getting that tiara. And so it was fun. And I loved it every single time. But I felt like it was a little bit of inspiration, because I was like, come on, girls, we need this little friendly competition here. And so it was nice, because I got them riled up a little bit. And so it was fun. And then, of course, a couple months later, it was then about that time, January. And I was like, I'm really going to start really running with this. And that's when I was like, you know what? I really want the jewelry. I got really obsessed with earning every little thing I could. And so I was like all about the pearls of sharing. And so I was like, all right, 30 faces in 30 days. Let's do it. You know what? No, let's do 60 faces. And so I was trying to up my game every month. And so January, February, March came around. So by March, of course, that's when, of course, lovely COVID hit. And I admit I was paralyzed, because my big sales came from, like Rita was saying, my girl time. So we would literally grab a couple glasses of wine, we'd sit around the sink, and we would just like talk, and we'd pamper ourselves. And that's where all of my sales came, because I was just being me. I was just loving on my friends and just being legit and not beating around the bush, not being like, oh my God, if you buy this, it's going to be amazing. And da, 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 da. And I told them, I am not going to lie to you. I have used every single one of these products. I'm not going to sell you something or let you try something that I personally haven't tried. I'm a firm believer in being a product of the product. And so that right there just formed a really big bond with my friends. Even though we already had that tight bond, they didn't feel like they were jumping into something that was just, oh yeah, I'm just doing this because my friend asked me to. So it was just that bond that really grew. And then again, once COVID hit, I was like, well, there goes my girlfriend time. There goes my face-to-face, because everyone was like, no, not meeting in person. And so I had to really, sorry, there's dogs. I had to really pivot. And so what I did though, is that I really embraced the fact that, you know what, I need to learn more about this company. And so I actually jumped into doing MK University, and then getting my skincare, and then getting my makeup, and then actually looking at all the legal stuff, and like really embracing the company as a whole. And I'm so glad I actually did that, because I'm able to actually look through and be like, oh my God, this person's doing this. Oh my God, this person's doing that. And I'm like, no, I want to do this right. I want to do this the Mary Kay way. And so I was very grateful that I did have that paralyzing moment, because if I didn't, I wouldn't know all the things that I know now. And so I'm able to give those seeds to my people that I have come on board. And it's amazing. As I went along in COVID, of course, I see all these people jumping on to all these calls and jumping on to all this and that. And I really embraced the pamper packets, because I was like, I still want to do girlfriend time. I still want to do that. So I pivoted, did the pamper packets. I sent probably out over 200 pamper packets, which I'm still hearing back from ladies today. And I sent out back in March. I'm like, oh my God, I am so grateful that you sent that to me. I needed that time. I needed to pamper myself. And just from that, I'm just getting random sales here and there. And so it's just been, that in itself has been very fulfilling. But as, of course, COVID went on, that abusive relationship I was talking about got worse. And so since we were in the same environment, in the same thing, it got worse and worse, and just showed me like, and just a little voice in my head is like, you need to work this business like there is no tomorrow. You need to do this. And so I was like, all right, we're going to do this. And so that's another reason why I actually called out to Rita, being just the amazing friend, the amazing director that she is. She took me under her wing, and she was just said, my home is your home. Please come, and we will work this business together. And so I took that to heart quite literally and moved in pretty much with her for almost a week. And we finished off June with a huge boom and was just so amazing. And I learned so much. So for those of you that are close to your director, I highly recommend it because I have learned so much, just all the seeds that she has learned over the years and all the things that she's done. It's just mind blowing. And I feel so very grateful that I was able to actually take that and actually apply it to my own business. So we fast forward a little bit. So of course, right after June, Rita had her wedding. And of course, I helped her pretty much with everything. I did her dress. I did my dress. I did her daughter's dresses. I did all the flowers and was even in her wedding. And so her and I, we just got to it and and I'm so grateful to have her as a close friend and a director because we work the same. We run until we can't run anymore. And then we collapse for a little bit and then we get right back up to it. And it's great. So I'll be right out honest. I was so burned out from June and just running nonstop. I was just dead. And so I didn't do anything in July up until about a week or so ago. And the reason why is because I needed to recharge my batteries. And also my situation got even worse to a point to where I was almost scared. I was like, I need to get out. I don't know how to get out. And then the voice in my head said, work Mary Kay. Just do it the Mary Kay way and you will find a way. And so again, worked. And I was like, all right, so I need to get this. And I started looking at my numbers. I was like, well, it's been almost a month and I haven't looked at my numbers. That's really bad. And so I looked at everything. I was like, well, shoot, I'm really close to this car. And oh my goodness, I'm really close to director. I was like, you know what? Let's do the thing. And so I gritted my teeth and I was like, all right. And so I contacted all my girls that are in my team. And I was like, look, this is what's going on. This is what we need to do. I believe in you. I am here for you. Let's lock arms and do this. And so I think right there, just putting a little bit of a fire under them saying, hey, look, this is what's going on. Let's do it. And it was so great. Just all the outpouring of just love and just support from everybody was it made my heart melt. And so for me, in being in this situation, I was very sad because I actually had to do my entire business this entire past year. I know this is probably comes to a surprise to all you. I actually did my business for the most part under the radar. I didn't do it out and about. It was very low key. It was very under the radar because the person I was with was not about it. He actually, when he found out that I was doing Mary Kay, he actually threatened me. And it was not pretty. It was not a good conversation. And so at that point I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it very low key. And so, and Rita can tell you, I was actually not happy with where I was at in my standings because I'm very competitive and I don't like to quit. I like to be at the top. And so I was a little bit shaken. And then a little voice in my head said, you did this with the relationship that you were in, 1, and 2, under the radar. And just like that, I was just at peace. It was like, oh my God, not everyone can say that. Not everyone can say, oh, hey, yeah, I was actually able to pull through an abusive relationship and still be number 2 and still be able to be top in sales. So I'm just very grateful that I do have that grit. I do have that push, that desire, because that's what it needs. That's what you need in your business, is to do that. And so honestly, that's how I was able to get that car, because I knew I needed my freedom. I knew I needed to get out of that cage. I knew I needed to fly. Sorry, getting emotional.
Well, Celeste, I'm gonna let you kind of collect yourself because, oh my goodness. And
Sorry.
I think I can speak for everyone that thank you for sharing. Thank you for being open, because I'm sure there's someone on that may be going through the same thing, and you are a light and a hope and an example for them. But also to know, Rita, like everything you've been going through the past few years has prepared you for this time to now encourage and show Celeste exactly what you did to be able to break away from a relationship, be a single mom, support your family, all through your Mary Kay business. And so sometimes we may not understand what we're going through, but a lot of times it's because it's an avenue for us to show someone else how to navigate through that. And so Celeste, thank you just for being open. we are so proud of you. We are so excited for you on so many levels, because I know what the stability of earning a car, becoming a sales director, that will allow you to be able to do in your personal life. And so we are cheering you on, girl. We love you. We are here for you. And if there is anything that I can do to be of support, please don't hesitate to reach out. I think we're doing a coaching call soon. And so I'm excited for that, to get to know you better, but also for you to be such an example and such a light for so many other women in all of Mary Kay. And I just applaud you for not only digging in, learning about the company and our products and everything like that, but you put it into action. You weren't just a student, you put it into action. And that's what I appreciate about you. So thank you for sharing, Celeste. Danielle is going to share about virtual parties. And from the very beginning, you guys, I've called Danielle my little firecracker. And she's like a little sister to me. And this past year, I could not be more proud to have Danielle as the most improved director in the entire Sharp National area. Miss Go Give, and I nominated you for that as well, my friend. I hope you've gotten my nomination, because you are the most giving, the most willing. You adopt my people into everything that you're doing. And so many people have asked me, what has Danielle been doing? Oh my gosh. And so I know people are excited to hear from you, but I want to acknowledge the huge accomplishment of being a triple star director. $350,000 in unit retail sales. Number two, what were you in? Were you number two in retail?
I don't know. Yeah, number two.
Okay, number two in retail for the entire Sharp area. And were you number two in growth behind Rita? You were in the top 5 for growth.
I don't remember.
I don't know either. The most important ones, we know what you did. But the National Court of Sales for the first time in her career, and the National Court of Sharing. And I know you will be a top director this year. And I'm so, so excited for the momentum that you have created, but the camaraderie that you have built and the community that you have built, because your people love you. And my people love you. And so I'm so excited for you to have an even more incredible year this year. But it really all came from the virtual parties that you've been doing. I don't want to say it all came from that, because there were seeds that you had planted along the way. You have done the work all year long. But most recently, these virtual parties. So I want you to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Well, I'm so excited for this. Celeste, thank you for sharing your story. Allison, we love you. We know you're going to be a national. Okay. So I know I'm the one like pushing her, like, we need to do this right now. Okay. We have to become a national area. She's like, okay, we'll do this Zoom. No, but I'm so excited. So I do want you guys to know, I think there are like a million different ways, right? Just like everything else, there's a million different ways you could do virtual things. But I would say if you're not doing something, I know nothing's happening, right? You're feeling very frustrated. You're feeling stuck. You're confused. You don't know what to do. And so I think you just have to ask anybody in my unit. I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. You got to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, try something and know that it's not going to be perfect. Okay. And remember that nobody knows what the heck you're doing anyway. And so you just got to pretend that you know what you're doing. And you just got to do it. And so that started why even people in my unit are doing this now, where if you're afraid to go live, okay, I was so afraid to go live. Okay, so just take a video of yourself and then on your phone and then post it to Facebook. Because then if you mess up or you say something crazy, or if your dog starts barking or the mail, whatever, you can just delete the video and then you can redo it, right? If it's not bad, you have to post it though. That doesn't mean you can just take 40 different videos because you don't think it's perfect enough, right? Only if it's a crazy situation can you delete it, okay? But that's how I got really comfortable doing videos, is I would just take a quick video of myself doing my own makeup and then I would post it. Something about being live freaked me out Okay. And so then I got comfortable with that. So then I would go live and it would be very fast. Like, okay, I'm just going to do a couple products. Okay. Then you build up your comfort zone. Then people are commenting and then you realize you want to talk to them. And so it's super fun. So then you're just live for like an hour. Okay. So I think doing stuff like that individually in your customer page is great because it builds rapport. It reminds people of your face. It reminds people of your voice. And then do it when you're already doing your makeup. You're already doing your makeup. Just put it on a video and then you get sales and you're like, well, heck, I do this every day. I could do this every day. So I've been doing a lot more of that and I've been really encouraging my team members to do that. But I've been doing Facebook parties. Okay. And I created a pretend Facebook party. Okay. And if you want to be invited to that, just let me know. Okay. Just literally shoot me a message on Facebook or something. You have my permission to do that. And I will invite you to this Facebook party. And I numbered all the all the posts from 1 all the way to the last one. There's like 10. It's nothing crazy. I literally copy and paste every single event. I do the same thing every single time. And then I just schedule a live video. So like my pretend Facebook party that I'm going to invite you guys to if you want to be a part of it is on August 4th. Okay, so it says like, this would be like Allison's Mary Kay Girls Night In. Allison's my hostess. Okay, and so then she invites, I make her the co-host of the event. If you need help doing this, I can create a video. It's very easy, okay? And then I just post up until I do the live video like 2 days after I create the event, and I do a normal skincare party, a normal one, exactly the same that you guys would be doing in front of your people. I change nothing. You can use your flip chart. I talk about satin hands, satin lips, skincare, foundation primer, CC cream. I share my Mary Kay story. I do the set sheet just like I would do in real life. We ain't got time to be learning all this new stuff. We know what we do works, right? QVC has been around for 700,000 years. People ain't trying the product from QVC. You don't need to be sending out 100,000 samples, okay? Just do it, smell your hand, make them want the product, okay? They already want it. They already like you. And then be a queen at follow-up. The follow-up is a little bit more annoying in the virtual realm because you can't confront them at the table, right? You're not knee to knee, elbow, elbow, eyeball to eyeball with them. And so just know it's going to take a little bit more follow-up. It's going to take the phone call. It's going to take the extra message, okay? But it's going to pay off. And so all of the Facebook parties we've been doing, you guys, I've pretty much totaled up. It's very similar to in-person parties. Half are going to hold. If 12 people are confirmed to the event, 6 are going to watch the video. Of that 6, a couple people are going to order. It's been pretty much average $100 a face. And so I don't think it's remaking the wheel. I'm going to be doing Facebook parties like this for the rest of my life. Praise the Lord for COVID that we learned how to work virtually. We're not driving around 7 hours a day. Like you could do 7 parties in one. Do I think you can run your whole business like this? No. I think what we have is the grace of being in person and having virtual. But when COVID hit, so we finished our Equinox in March. We became a Premier Club unit. That was our goal right before COVID started. And y'all, I was ready to ride out the Rona, okay? I was working for this Equinox for 6 freaking years. We had finally earned it. Like, that was it. I thought we were just going to be chilling. And we started doing these virtual parties because, y'all, my brother-in-law sells Pampered Chef, and he's not very cute, okay? But he asked me to do this Facebook party for him. And I, begrudgingly said yes. And then I watched this homeboy sell $900 of kitchen stuff to my poor friends that don't even have houses. And I was like, no. Okay, if this guy can do this, I know I can figure this out. And I swear the Lord aligned that because I was very afraid of the virtual stuff. I was really stuck. I didn't know what, I got to see it to do it kind of person. And that showed me, okay, hold on, you can do this. And I've been doing this with strangers, like random people on my Facebook, but y'all, I went to my very best customers. And even if I had had an in-person party with them, it didn't matter. Anytime somebody sends me an order, this is what I say. Hey, I know this is kind of weird, but we're still riding out this Rona, and I got to figure out how to work my Mary Kay business. Would you be open to having a Facebook party for me? I'm just transparent. It's just the truth. They know we're running a business, and then you can do whatever hostess program you like. None of that matters. Okay. Just figure out something that works for you and do it. My first Facebook party, probably one person watched. It was probably the hostess, and I probably sold nothing. Who cares? We've recruited 20 people off of Facebook parties. I've gotten tons of new skincare customers. We have a 100% guarantee. What's the difference? They're buying something at Ulta. They can't try it now. They're going to have to take it back. Same thing with us. And so I would say just be open, be transparent, be you. If you want to be added to my Facebook page, I'll add you to that. You can do Zoom. A lot of people are doing Zoom just like this. I think it's just whatever works for you. But you got to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you just got to do it.
And Danielle, that's what I love about you. Like, you don't get caught up in the details. You're like, I'll figure it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I think sometimes that is what holds us back. I know I'm guilty of that. But, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. You guys, I've seen people at the very top of this business that are freaking hot mess express national sales directors. I mean, I've done events with them where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how did you get to where you're at? But it's because of the numbers don't lie. The amount of faces that you see, the amount of people that you talk to, as long as you're doing it the right way and working the numbers, nothing else matters, you guys. Nothing else matters. And so Danielle, thank you for just jumping in, figuring it out, trusting the process. That's what I love about you. Your entire journey in Mary Kay, you've always trusted the process. You've never questioned me. You've never questioned this business. And Pink Cadillac Sales Director, triple star, you guys, beyond proud of you. And now soon to be Senior Sales Director with Brandy coming up right behind you, earning your car, Brandy. Beyond excited. So you guys make me so proud. So proud. And Olivia, are you able to show us? I know she was kind of having some problems with being on. It started raining. Okay. All right, Olivia, are you able to really fast kind of share a little bit about the new products? And then we're going to give you guys a password at the end that we want you to message your sales director that you are on. You're going to get entered to win some of the new products that we're going to do as a giveaway. And if you want to be added to Danielle's group, you can message your sales director directly or her to get added to that. Okay, thank you for doing that, Danielle. Olivia?
It looked like she was outside.
She messaged me that she had to go outside and it started raining. So she had Bible study tonight, and I think they're at some different people's houses. So do you want to text her real fast, Danielle, to see if she's not able to go on? Maybe we'll do it.
I'm trying, y'all. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, we're going to do more in depth on these new products, you guys, but we did want to give you just like a little sneak tonight so that you can start pre-selling them. I meant to bring the new lookbook in here, but we are going to have a printed lookbook. So if you participated in PCP, you can order the new products on the 10th, and then everybody can order on the 15th. And then on the 16th, your personal website, marykay.com, will be live with the new products. There are some ordering limits for these, so I would encourage you, as soon as you're able to order, whether it's the 10th or the 15th, that you get your minimums in, because we don't know if they're going to lift the minimum requirements or if they're going to be sold out. So the lip glosses are all regular line, but with still having some supply issues with COVID, they do have limits on, you can get one of each color, and then there's like a handful you can get 2 of. So even as sales directors, we only got, one of each color and then 2 of like 5 different ones. And then after everyone is able to order on the 15th, they're going to evaluate the quantities and see if that they can lift those limits, okay? But definitely get those in. There are samples of each color. You can get 2 strips each of the samples for the lip glosses for each color. And then there are 2 products. The cheek sticks are not going to be available for anyone until the 15th, right? Like, we didn't even get to order those yet. So Olivia, okay, she's in her car, it looks like. You got the products? Unmute.
The car is moving. So you guys, I can say this is a first for me. So on Sunday night, we had Bible studies, and we could not miss most of tonight. And then my mother-in-law's keeping the kids, and 9 o'clock's pushing it for her. So you guys, I'm so pumped about these products. Get excited about these 14
You're cutting in and out.
lip gloss shades I'm wearing, but I want to tell you, we have a series of cream. They're literally just cream lip glosses. We have pearlized lip glosses. We've got about 4 of those, 4 pearl lip glosses. They have a little hint of shimmer in them. And then we have some high impact sparkle lip glosses. Don't worry, Beach Bronze and Fancy Nancy is still here. And so those are going to be shimmer. So we have cream, pearl, and shimmer lip glosses. So 3 different versions of lip glosses to customize to anyone's desires on what they want their lip gloss to look like. They glide on. They have like a felt tip. It's the tip's a little bit different. It's a little bit softer. They're a little bit looser. They're not as thick as the last ones. The tubes are beautiful. So I'm going to show you a tube here. This is, I'm pretty sure it's Evening Berry or Berry Delight. This is a gorgeous color. So we have some really pretty nudes. We have nude lip glosses for ivory girls, beige medium girls, and our bronze girls. Everybody has like a nude look lip gloss, and I love that. And then we have some high impact color lip glosses too. Okay, so I was going to show you each of them, and it's just not going to happen because I'm in the car. Okay, I'm doing my best. But we also have a new purple color correcting stick, and this looks like what the green one was this past quarter, but this purple one is to diminish dull looking skin. And so you want to put it in these areas, like around the mouth. You want to put the purple stick around here, like dull looking areas where you have like darkness in your skin. And so this is actually what it looks like here. And so I think this is going to make a lot of people excited. I just posted about this, like a little teaser on my social media that this will come out. And one of my customers was like, I think I probably need that purple, color correcting stick. So we're ditching the dullness with that. And then we have these 2 new cream blushes. Now they are limited edition. Okay. They're $18 each. It's a cream blush duo stick. So it's kind of like a stick. Us sales directors don't have those in yet. We can order them. All consultants, even sales directors, get to order those on August the 15th. And so it comes in pink and glimmer, and then mauve and shimmer. So there's a lighter one and a darker one. And then we have these new foil eyeshadows. Y'all, this is the first. Pivoting with me here. This is copper. This is the copper one. Oh my gosh. I'll just laugh with me here, okay? So this is the copper one. Look how shimmery this is. High impact shimmer, like sparkle here, okay? So it's kind of like a greenish brown color and then a gold. And then we have the pink and purple, which is really, really fun. These, can everybody see that? Okay, so these are also limited edition, and they're also $18.
And there's a limit of 5 of each of those for the beginning.
Yes, 5 of each of those. Right. So you guys, that is our new products. 14 new glosses, 2 new cream blush sticks, 2 new foil eyeshadows, and the purple color correcting stick.
Yeah. So we're going to be sending out way more info about the new products coming up, but I wanted you just to kind of get a sneak peek, write those dates down. And then again, if you aren't registered yet for seminar, the deadline is the 13th. If you registered for career conference, you do get the $5 discount. So $40 if you register for career conference, $45 if not, and you get $40 retail credit, $20 off an order right after seminar. So definitely worth the investment, and you're going to see tons of our consultants and sales directors getting recognition and quite possibly being queen. And I forgot to mention, Rita could very well be the queen of sharing for the entire Diamond seminar. And the key to that was that Celeste joined her team in this past year, and could be in the top 3 for the Court of Sales. And so again, the better we do, the better we do. And so we want you guys to succeed. We want you to have everything that this business has to offer, and we want to support you in any way that we can in getting there. So thank you for being on tonight. Give us your feedback. We want to know, do you guys want to do this monthly, quarterly, like any suggestions or feedback? We are here to serve you, and we are excited for this new year. And your password to let your sales director know that you were on and to be entered into our new product giveaway is 20 in 21. So the number 20 in 21. So 20 sales directors by the end of 2021. Our Wheeler family will be complete, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you guys. So I love you all. Directors, thank you for sharing. If you have questions or anything that we can do, let your sales director know. You can post in the chat. We love you, and we're excited to celebrate you at seminar.